Lyoto Machida versus Vitor Belfort in Brazil. Man, what can you say about these guys? Lyoto Machida and Vitor Belfort are both legends. Vitor Belfort has been fighting in MMA for so long, from heavyweight all the way down to 185. We've been watching Belfort for so long, he feels like MMA family.
Oh, he does with the hands up. Vitor Belfort is the winner.
Vitor Belfort, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, been fighting since he was 18 years old, won world titles, fought several world champions at the highest level. He's done everything you can do in this sport.
I give my best on this octagon. Whoever they put in front of me, get ready. My hands are still.
And now he's getting ready to fight a Kung Fu master in Machida. Two completely different styles. You got a Muay Thai style in Belfort with pure power, and you got Machida, who's got a counter-fighting style with pure power on the counterattack.
Lyoto Machida is a legend cut from a different cloth. He's the karate master, the guy with the lead foot knockout, the guy who's funky, unorthodox. We always look at his kicks, we always look at his timing, his ability to bait a fighter in and then finish him. You never know exactly what's going to happen. It can be over bang in a heartbeat.
What should I tell you? That's it. That is the problem when you are trying to close the distance on Lyoto Machida.
I want to say, the Dragon's back.
I believe this fight boils down to who's going to lead the dance. If Vitor Belfort stays on his back foot, if he tries to wait too long, Lyoto Machida is going to be too fast, too quick, too powerful for Vitor. He's going to have to move forward, try to take the fight to Lyoto Machida if he's going to get his hand raised.
He is unleashing. That's it.
This is going to be a very fun fight. It's going to be a crazy fight. This is a fight between legends. Why not put them together? The UFC has done that, and you can expect fireworks.
So here is Lyoto the Dragon Machida making the walk for his 24th UFC appearance. He told us on Thursday he actually trained with Vitor back in the day about 10 years ago. He said, we didn't have issues per se, but Vitor did say some things before Lyoto fought John Jones, and he said, we're no longer champions. The time was right. And I think Machida proved a lot to himself in the Eric Anders fight. Plenty of hunger still remains for Lyoto the Dragon Machida.
And how did he win that fight? He was the matador to the bull. Great footwork, great accuracy. He never let the young buck get in his face and throw those big power shots. Didn't fall for the takedown. Frustrated him a lot. He fought a veteran kind of fight. That's how he wins these days, is outsmarting his opponents.
Machida, former UFC light heavyweight champion, also competed for the UFC middleweight championship as well. He has literally fought every big name in two divisions over the course of a UFC career that dates to February of 2007. Actually, the Anders fight, the 11-year anniversary of his UFC debut. And he said going into that fight with Eric Anders, he had to prioritize the win. He had to get his hand raised. And tonight, maybe a little bit of a different strategy and maybe a less risk-averse approach against Vitor Belfort.
Yeah, certainly possible. And, you know, I was there when he knocked out Ryan Bader, and I remember the whole crowd looking at him, and Ryan Bader just made a move forward, got a little frustrated, got a little excited, and bang, instant knockout. Everybody jumped to their feet. That's the ability of Lyoto Machida, is baiting you into that shot. You know, you pull the trigger in a sense. The opponents make the mistake, and then he takes advantage of it. That's an incredible gift as a fighter.
Also showed a lot of heart, did Machida, in that win over Eric Anders. This is a guy who has always taken care of himself. He has maintained the focus and the motivation, and tonight he looks to prove that he still has some shining moments ahead here in the UFC. much fanfare, here is the 41-year-old Vitor Belfort, the former UFC light heavyweight champion, making his 26th UFC appearance here tonight. The UFC debut, as you know, came all the way back in 1997. Last time out a year ago in Rio, first decision win of his UFC career and first fight to go to a decision since 2007.
Unbelievable when you think about the breadth of his career. I mean, this is a guy, when I saw him unload on Trey Telligman, your jaw dropped. You know, Scott Ferozzo, Tank Abbott, he was one of those guys who I think led to a transition in MMA where people had to catch up to him and have well-rounded games and know everything and be explosive, and he really changed the sport with the way he fought.
Not unlike Lyoto Machida's strength of schedule, a huge feather in his cap. Belfort has faced 11 current or former UFC or Pride champions. Stopped Randy Couture in round 1 to win that UFC light heavyweight title. That was all the way back in 2004 at UFC 46. Was able to fight John Jones for the title, realized the middleweight title fight against Chris Weidman. He has been at or near the top for most of his career. The question beckons, what is left in the tank of Vitor Belfort? Talked a lot this week, Jimmy, about a Legends League going forward, maybe with some different rule sets. Don't want to read too much into those comments. Certainly confident, repping TriStar Gym now with Firas Zahabi in his corner, but perhaps a little bit of a look ahead to what's next for Vitor Belfort.
He's got to worry about the fight in front of him tonight. He has to be focused to win.
This tale of the tape is brought to you by Grunt Style. This will defend. Vitor Belfort, 41 years old. Lyoto Machida will be 40 later this month. Machida, the taller man by 1 inch. Both fighters have entered the octagon, and they do so with a reach of 74 inches. All right, now to get us the official introductions for this pay-per-view main card opener, here is Bruce Buffer.
Senhoras e senhores do Brasil, bem-vindos! Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Ginessi Arena in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil for UFC 224, Nunes versus Pennington. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a karate fighter, holding a professional record, 23 wins, 8 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Belém, Brazil, presenting the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Lyoto the Dragon Machida! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 26 wins, 13 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 184 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, presenting the former UFC light heavyweight champion and the number 9 ranked middleweight contender in the world, Vitor the Phenom Belfort! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard, our referee. You just saw a shot of Vitor Belfort's mother in the building tonight for what could be his final UFC fight. The great Jenny Andrade with us here tonight in Rio de Janeiro. Great to have you with us on pay-per-view. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by Grunt Style. This will defend. Lyoto Machida is in yellow, Vitor Belfort wearing white, and we are underway.
One thing about Vitor, almost exclusively a puncher early in his career, has added some devastating kicks. He can use his legs. Machida has to watch out for that. Luke Rockhold, Michael Bisping, both guys floored by head kicks.
It is southpaw versus southpaw here tonight. Lyoto Machida, can't remember the last time he fought an orthodox fighter. I say that somewhat tongue-in-cheek, but he has fought one southpaw after the next in the UFC of late.
And karate stylists see that a lot. A lot of karate stylists, they want to lead with the power hand, so you tend to see it more often in sparring when you're dealing with karate stylists.
What have you seen in terms of stylistic changes from Vitor Belfort? A little bit more of a counter approach of late?
Definitely more of a counter approach. He's much more patient, doesn't try to force it, looks for his openings now. He used to kind of pry the door open a few years ago. Doesn't do that anymore.
Machida closing as a minus 235 betting favorite. The comeback on Belfort at plus 185.
So far, a lot of respect shown.
Well, in some respects, I think this was the expectation that there would be a little bit of a feeling out process, and also two guys who have countered effectively of late, and Machida throughout his career, that maybe there would be some of that.
As you said before, they've trained together, they've sparred together. You know somebody, you know their tricks.
Two legends here who have always drawn high marks for their work ethic. Two guys who just love being in the gym, and Lyoto sort of said, I'm taking it fight by fight, but once that desire to be in the gym goes away, then maybe I'll go away with it.
People don't understand, it's not the 15 minutes of fighting, it's the 8 weeks, 10 weeks before that. Wear you out, it's the lifestyle. Fight's not an event, it's a lifestyle.
Little flurry there from Belfort, nothing doing. He has not thrown, well, one strike attempt now for Vitor.
Oh, nice kick, that caught him.
Machida trying to follow up after placing that heel right on the chin of Vitor Belfort.
One thing he does, he works the body very, very well. That's how he finished CB Dalloway. Shot to the liver. Brings the hands down. Also robs you of all your energy taking those rib shots, especially early.
Machida going orthodox here, just over 2 minutes to go in round one of a possible 3. Belfort able to get that left hand up to prevent most of the steam off of that Machida offering.
Thing about Belfort, he's never been great with the lead tools. He's never been a great jabber. He's never been great with the lead foot. He tends to see an opening and attack with punches. He doesn't often set it up with a lead shot. Belfort kind of waiting on Machida now.
Excuse me, Jimmy, now representing the TriStar Gym in Montreal, Firas Zahabi in his corner.
Yeah, work your way inside. Work your way inside. Block and go, baby. Block and go. Block and go. Block and go. Yeah. Body. Yeah, body. Stay on him, V.
Fica nele, Vitor, quando
Stay on him, V. Body to body, V. Get him body to body.
Isso aí. Então, ele sentiu quando você defendeu.
He went back lefty. Work it, V. Work it. Work him in. Go in, baby. Find your way inside.
This arena is just waiting to explode if either one of these guys lands a strike of significance.
Yeah, and you heard his coach, Firas Zahabi, saying go off the block. As soon as you block one of those shots, you have to attack. Don't let him off the hook. He has to find a way inside. Hasn't really been able to do that so far in this fight.
41st pro MMA fight for the 41-year-old Vitor Belfort. 32nd for Machida. You see some of the redness underneath that left elbow on the right side, or the left side, I should say, of Vitor Belfort.
These probing outside shots that Machida is so good at have never been Belfort's forte. He's never been great at that. He's an inside combination striker. He's not an outside pick you apart kind of guy. Right now, that's Machida's game.
Vitor with a nice counter after that Machida combination. We will follow Vitor Belfort back to the stool.